Welcome to a brand new explainer. Today, we are embarking on this completely mind-bending journey into the world's most famous, most vital, and honestly, probably the most misunderstood jungle on Earth. Now, we all picture the Amazon rainforest as this lush paradise, just absolutely teeming with life, right? But as you'll see from the sources we're digging into today, its origin story is actually rooted in the single most violent, apocalyptic day in our entire planet's history. So let's dive right in together because these facts are truly eye-opening. To really understand the Amazon, we first have to wrap our heads around just how much we actually don't know about it. 75%. That is the staggering portion of the Amazon that remains completely unexplored by humans. Literally three-quarters of it. It is so unbelievably dense, so thick, and frankly, so incredibly dangerous out there that humans just haven't been able to penetrate it. It's this massive expanse of Earth that is keeping its secrets tightly hidden, even from all our modern technology. Section 1. Amazon's Amazing Mysteries, Untamed and Unexplored. The parts of it we actually have explored feel like you're stepping straight through a time portal into a prehistoric world. It's a totally wild ecosystem where giant anacondas, way larger than you'd find anywhere else on Earth, just slither through the waters. And because the forest is so vast and largely untouched, the pace of discovery there is just astounding. Scientists are finding a brand new species or making a new biological discovery every 3 days. Just think about that for a second. Every single week, we are adding new animals, new bugs, or new plants to the encyclopedia of human knowledge, all pulled from this one single jungle. Section 2. Vastness and Unique Creatures, a scale unlike any other. So, to comprehend how a new discovery can happen literally every 72 hours, we've got to map out the mind-boggling geography of this region. The Amazon isn't just boxed into one country, it spills across 9 different national borders. Brazil holds the lion's share at about 60%, but it pushes deep into Peru with 13%, Colombia with 10%, and stretches all the way across Ecuador, Venezuela, Bolivia, Suriname, and French Guiana. It is a true continental powerhouse. But it's not just massive, it's practically the lungs of our planet. As scientist Carlos Nobri points out, this forest pumps out over 20% of the world's clean oxygen. Plus, there was this fascinating 2017 study out of Leeds University that proved the Amazon absorbs unparalleled amounts of carbon dioxide. I mean, it takes in CO2 so efficiently that it single-handedly helps keep global carbon emissions in check, creating this uniquely pristine local atmosphere. And the absolutely crucial takeaway here is the sheer scale of life it supports. We are talking about an estimated 4 billion trees spread across 16,000 different species. That is enough wood to boggle the mind. Because of this massive botanical foundation, a full 1/3 of all animal species on Earth call the Amazon home. 1 out of every 3 animals on this planet lives right here in this forest. Now, of course, not all of those animals are exactly eager to be our friends. Let's talk about the micro-monsters. You've got the infamous bullet ant, super tiny but packing a venomous sting that is literally compared to the agonizing pain of getting shot by a gun. No thank you. Then you have over 3,000 species of spiders, including these massive tarantulas. Get this, some of these tarantulas even use their own hairs as blinding, weaponized projectiles. They literally flick them into the eyes of anything that gets too close. It is a gorgeous, but absolutely ruthless ecosystem. Section 3. Asteroid and Cataclysm, a story of destruction. Okay, we need to dramatically shift gears now. We're traveling 65 million years into the past, leaving behind the modern jungle to ask one ultimate question. How exactly was this incredibly vast forest created? Well, brace yourselves, because recent studies have confirmed that the lush, vibrant Amazon rainforest was actually born from the absolute deadliest, most destructive day in Earth's history. The catalyst for all of this abundant life was, ironically, mass death. Let's walk through the Cretaceous mass extinction. 65 million years ago, a massive 10-kilometer asteroid just slammed into Earth. Literally minutes later, the impact unleashed these terrifying fireballs that incinerated everything for kilometers around, all while triggering towering tsunamis that just devastated the oceans. Over the next few months, the impact kicked up so much dust and toxic gas that it completely blacked out the sun. And without sunlight, temperatures plummeted into a global deep freeze, suffocating plant life and completely starving out the dinosaurs. The result was absolute, total devastation. And hey, we see that 75% number pop up again, but this time with a much darker meaning.
75% of all living species on Earth, specifically anything weighing over 25 kilograms, were completely wiped out in this event. The giant, roaming rulers of the Earth were just erased from existence in a cosmic blink of an eye.
Section 4. New life from destruction, rebirth from the ashes. But here is where it gets fascinating. Nature is incredibly resilient, and this unimaginable destruction laid the absolute perfect groundwork for creation. It all comes down to a crazy biological chain reaction. First, the asteroid impact actually hit directly over where the Amazon sits today, turning that blasted Earth into highly fertile, soft, radiation-baked soil. Second, all those giant herbivore dinosaurs that used to eat the vegetation, they were eliminated. And third, with this super rich soil and zero giant animals around to eat the saplings, explosive, completely unchecked plant growth began.
Basically, before the impact, the giant herbivore dinosaurs were the world's most aggressive lawnmowers. They chomped down the tall trees before they could ever spread out and form a canopy. They were actually preventing the Amazon from existing in the first place. After the impact, with no herbivores left, the forest was able to rapidly and densely grow completely unchecked. And that is exactly what formed the thick, dark jungle that remains 75% unexplored today.
It perfectly encapsulates this brilliant quote, "The end of one thing is the beginning of another." Think of it kind of like a volcanic eruption, right? When a volcano goes off, the deadly lava destroys everything in its path. But give it a few years, and that hardened lava becomes some of the most nutrient-rich soil on the planet, cultivating beautiful new life. The asteroid was exactly that, just on a massive planetary scale. It wiped out the dinosaurs so the jungle and eventually mammals like you and me could actually thrive. Section 5. The sixth extinction, a sobering warning. Which brings us right back to the present day. We've seen how the Amazon was born from an apocalypse, but we also really need to look at where it's heading. If you look at Earth's history of mass extinctions, the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs and birthed the Amazon was actually the fifth extinction event, the Cretaceous. Before that, life was completely reset during the Ordovician, Devonian, Permian, and Triassic-Jurassic eras. Each one wiped out the old to make way for the new. That fifth extinction paved the way for tiny rat-like mammals to eventually evolve into monkeys, and then, millions of years later, into us humans. Which leaves us with a final, pretty haunting question to chew on. Are human pollution and rapid deforestation triggering the sixth mass extinction? We are actively cutting down this incredible forest, polluting the air, and altering the climate at a speed that honestly rivals a meteor impact. Are we becoming the very asteroid that will wipe out the majestic Amazon we just learned all about? It's a really critical thought to leave you with today. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking those big questions, and I'll catch you in the next one.